Have you ever gotten that feeling that the internet just gets you? Today, we're going to pull back the curtain on the technology that makes that happen. And it all starts with one of the most basic and maybe one of the most misunderstood parts of the web, the humble cookie. Yeah, it's a feeling we've all had, right? You search for something one time, and suddenly ads for it are just everywhere. Or you log into your favorite site, and it greets you by name. This isn't magic, it's technology. And it all starts with a very, very simple idea. Okay, picture this. You walk into your favorite coffee shop every single day. And every single day, the barista has no idea who you are. You have to reintroduce yourself, repeat your order from scratch. It would get pretty old fast. And honestly, it would feel a little impersonal. Well, that's pretty much exactly how the web works by default. It has no memory of you from one click to the next. So to solve this, web developers way back when had to invent a kind of digital memory. And that's where cookies come into the picture. So let's dive into why the web needs this memory in the first place. The basic protocol of the web, this thing called HTTP, is what tech folks call stateless. All that really means is that every time your browser asks a server for a web page, the server treats it like a brand new request from a total stranger. It has no built-in way to remember who you are. So what is a cookie, really? At its heart, it's nothing more than a tiny little text file. When you visit a website, its server can ask your browser to please store this small piece of information on your computer. You can think of it like the website handing you a little digital name tag for your visit. And this simple idea is just incredibly powerful. Cookies are the reason you don't have to log in every single time you check your email. They're how an online store remembers what's in your shopping cart, even if you close the tab and come back the next day. They store your preferences, like if you picked light mode or dark mode, and they make your visit feel like one continuous session. So how does this whole digital handshake actually work? Let's break down the mechanics. It's a surprisingly simple 4-step process. To make this all feel a bit more real, let's follow a user. We'll call her Susan. And let's imagine she's visiting an online store, say Amazon, for the very first time. The entire thing happens in 4 simple steps. Think of it as a cookie handshake. First, the server introduces itself and gives out an ID. Then, your browser responds by saving it. On your return visit, your browser presents that ID. And finally, the connection is made on the back end and the server remembers you. Let's walk through it. All right, step 1. When Susan's browser asks for the Amazon homepage, the server has no idea who she is. So it creates a unique ID just for her. Let's say it's 1678, and it sends it back to her browser with a really simple command, set cookie. Okay, step 2. Susan's web browser sees this set cookie instruction and does exactly what it's told. It takes that ID number and stores it in a special file on her computer, right next to the name of the website that sent it, Amazon.com. And her browser keeps a really tidy list of these. The cookie file on her computer stores a different ID for each website she visits. So her identity for eBay is totally separate from her identity for Amazon. One website can't see the cookie from another. Now for step 3. Let's say a week later, Susan wants to go back to Amazon. This time, before her browser even asks for the page, it checks its little cookie file. It finds the entry for Amazon, and it automatically includes that ID in its request. It's essentially saying, hey, it's me again, user 1678. And this is the final piece of the puzzle. The Amazon server gets the request, it sees the ID 1678, and it looks it up in its own massive database. And just like that, it connects this visit to all of Susan's past activity. It can pull up her shopping cart, her wish list, and recommend new products. In short, it remembers her. So this system is what makes the whole web feel so personal and seamless. But, as you've probably already guessed, all of this convenience, it comes with a trade-off. And the trade-off is pretty clear. On one side, you get all this incredible convenience, saved logins, one-click shopping, a web that feels tailored just for you. But on the other side, that personalization is fueled by tracking. A website can build a pretty detailed profile of your habits, and that data is valuable. And this is really at the core of the whole debate around cookies. Now, there is a crucial built-in privacy protection here. By its very design, a cookie set by Amazon.com can only be read by Amazon.com. eBay servers can't see your Amazon cookie, and Google can't see your eBay cookie. This rule is meant to be like a digital wall, keeping one website from snooping on your activity on another. So, as we wrap things up, what's the big takeaway? It's not really about being for or against cookies. It's just about understanding the mechanism. You know, when you strip away all the controversy, cookies are fundamentally just a tool for memory. They're these tiny digital notes that allow a vast, forgetful web to remember you, to make your experience just a little more continuous and a little more personal. And that leaves us with a simple but pretty profound question. Now that you understand how it all works, you can decide for yourself. Is the convenience of being remembered worth the price of being known? It's a trade-off we each make with every click. Thanks for joining me for this one.